A project runs for 12 weeks. 11 of its tasks can each slip by a week and the deadline does not move. One task slips by a single day and the whole project is late. By the end of this, you will know exactly which of your tasks are which. You will also know the 2 legal ways to buy back time when someone asks for an earlier date. There is a third thing too. A task that looks completely safe today, with plenty of room to spare, can quietly become your real critical path. Nothing on the schedule itself has to change. I will show you exactly how that happens and where to check for it before we are done. So here's the real question. Out of every task on your plan, which ones actually control your finish date and which ones are just along for the ride? Get that wrong, and you spend your whole week protecting the wrong task. Most people think the critical path is the important tasks, the ones that matter most. That is not what it means. The critical path is the one sequence of tasks with zero float. Float is the amount of time a task can slip without moving your finish date. Delay any task with zero float by a single day, and the entire project finishes a day late. Every other task has some float built in. It can slip a little and the deadline holds. These tasks cannot. Picture a small home office build. It has 4 tasks, one after another. Design sign off takes 2 days. Framing takes 5 days. Electrics and plumbing rough in takes 4 days. Paint and finish takes 3 days. Add those up and the critical path is 14 days. That is not about difficulty. It is about order. None of these tasks can start before the one before it finishes. Now say framing runs a day late. The critical path is not 14 days anymore. It is 15. Every task after it slides by exactly the same amount because there's nowhere else for that day to go. There is also a 5th task running the whole time. Off to the side, it is ordering the desk and chairs. It takes 3 days, and it can happen anytime in that first 2 weeks. Slip it by 2 days, even 3, and your finish date does not move at all. That task has float. The 4 in the chain do not. Hold on to that desk task. It matters again later. 14 days sounds fine until your client wants it in 10. Now you are not just managing the schedule, you are being asked to shorten it. There are 2 ways to actually do that. Most people mix them up. The first way is called crashing. You add more people or more resources to a task on the critical path to finish it faster. It costs more money. It does not cost you any extra risk. The second way is called fast tracking. You take 2 tasks that were meant to happen one after another. You run them at the same time instead. It costs you nothing extra in money. It costs you risk because now you might have to redo work if the first task changes. Here is the mix-up people make constantly. Finishing a task early because you added a small bonus for the crew is not crashing. Crashing specifically means adding resources to buy back time on the critical path. A bonus is just a bonus. Both of those levers assume the people you need are actually available when your plan says they are. They are not always. There is a third thing to check before you touch the schedule at all. It is the people. Say your electrician is booked 5 days a week on paper. In reality, he is on a training course one day and out sick another. He is actually available 3 days, not 5. If your critical path assumes 5, your finish date was already wrong the moment you wrote it down. Resource leveling means checking who is actually available before you commit to a date, not after. Here is the part most people miss completely. That same electrician is also the only person who can wire the desk power point, the task that had all that float. Before you hand that number to your client, check 3 more things. Miss any one of them, and your finished schedule was never actually finished. Start with public holidays. If nobody works that day, it is not a working day on your plan either. Then check training and leave that your team already has booked. A person on a course is not available no matter what the plan assumes. Finally, there is downtime. Machines and equipment go down. Build that time into the number. Do not discover it after. Remember that desk task. It took 3 days with room to spare, nowhere near the critical path. Now the electrician is stretched across 2 jobs on the same schedule. Framing needs him for 5 days. The desk PowerPoint needs him too, on one of those exact same days. He cannot be in both places. Something gives, and the moment his real availability gets used up by the framing work, that desk task stops having any float left at all. Nothing on your schedule diagram changed. Not one box moved. But your actual critical path just grew a second branch. You would only know that by checking who is really available. Staring at the network diagram would never show it. That is resource leveling and critical path working as one system, not 2 separate checks. Most project managers only ever do one of them. Here is the actual takeaway. The critical path is not the hard tasks. It is the tasks with nowhere to hide on paper or in your resource calendar. Know which ones they are. Then you know exactly where to spend your attention and where you can actually relax a little. The templates for building and defending a schedule like this, free at pmgts.uk/free/pm-templates. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.